Hi guys, Tony here, Black Hills Mommy. I have amazing news to share and a tour I promised. So, quick recap. We owned a red 2016 Nissan NV, Nissan NV 3500 SL. We loved that van, but it started having some major mechanical issues. And it got to the point where there was nothing we could do with it. It needed some work that, because of warranty restrictions, the dealership was having a hard time really getting to and fixed. It's a little brighter out today than I anticipated, so I'm sorry if I'm squinting. But I'm hanging out in my new van. Now, for anybody who is in the know, my little shot to this side over here, I just gave you a shot of the color. So in a previous video, I did say that we were getting a new van. We went ahead, we agreed with the dealership to trade in. It worked out really well. They wanted us out of it. Honestly, they were very honest and told us that it benefited them to get us out of it. I had restrictions with that because it's 2 years newer, which means it automatically came with a higher price tag than ours did when we bought it. I wasn't willing to pay more. So, well, let me rephrase that. I gave them a $10 window that they had to play with. They did it. They did it. So, I've got doors open here. There it is. It's silver. For those of you who are not familiar with the Nissan NVs, I'm going to give you a tour right now. This is a 2018 Nissan NV 3500 SL. We do not have any extra bells and whistles. It does have the tow package. That's something our dealership puts automatic on all of the vans that they order. So let me show you what we got. And if you have any questions, anything I miss, anything you see in the video but I don't mention, feel free to ask. Leave it in the comments. I try to get back to everybody as quickly as I possibly can. So leave it in the comments down below. Let's take a look. All right. So here is the van. I've got doors open so that I have easier access to show you guys some things. There are a few subtle differences that I have noticed so far. I've only driven it today so far. I was out of town when Sean went and picked it up. As you can tell, we still have dealer tags. My custom plates can't be put on until we can register it in our names. And that will happen in the near enough future. So, give you a shot of that side. So there's the driver's side. I will give you a sneak peek in that door in just a minute. Nice chrome on it. Okay, for those who didn't know, first of all, you can see me. These mirrors, shut the door here. These are extendable for towing. So you can see how far that goes out. That is filthy. Okay, we literally just bought this van, but I got a story to tell about that. So, there's that. 12 passenger. So the back seat is split 2 and 2. You can take out either side, both seat 2. The middle 2 rows have this single seat next to a double seat. You can remove the single seat, you can remove the double seat in either of those rows. That's part of how the configurations that they've come up with fit. So that's part of the configuration of how they fit. Now, we are missing a car seat that is going to go in that far spot right there. That is for our 4-year-old. We have decided to get her a new car seat. Her convertible, which was big, like the teal one over there, we actually had issues with the spacing between the seats. And because she gets car sick, she has to be in this row. We could not put her behind the driver's seat because her seat stuck out so far, and then she was constantly kicking the seat. At least in the middle row, I mean, her feet were constantly on the console, but that is what it is. I have hung up this little bag on the back of the seat. I don't know if that's going to stay. I was digging through some of my old 31 stuff and decided to pull that out. But we've got our 6-year-old in the booster in the middle of that row. The 2-year-old goes in the convertible over to the side. That is what that looks like. Now, we've got the air vents at the top. Those are for the air conditioning. The heat actually comes out of the vents on the floor. So you're not going to get heat out of those top vents. And the lights have to be turned on manually. Those are not something that turn on with a switch up front. When you open the doors, yes, they do turn on, but there is no switch. At least in the 2016 there wasn't. I have not heard that that is any different in this one. I have not seen that either. So, I mean, it's pretty basic. I am going to show though. This center console is massive. It is large enough to fit a full-size laptop. We keep all of the random stuff that we need, but don't know where else to put. There are 2 cup holders here, 2 cup holders there. This one here, I've got my keys and altos in, is large enough to fit one of the massive tumblers from Tupperware. So, and then my husband keeps his Bible in here, and then my sentimental rock, which has a story behind it. If you're curious, let me know, and I am willing to share that. Got your glove box, just standard size. There is a navigation system with a rear view camera that is placed near the bumper. That is a lifesaver because that's about your view when, well, yeah, about there is your view out the back windows when you're driving. In fact, I'm trying to put this as much in front of the mirror as I can, so you can see that you can't see. So that is really invaluable there. Let's go around to the other side. One thing that is different on this from the 2016 is some of the seat options. This one has the option to raise the back of the seat up and down, as well as the front. The front of this goes up and down. This dial is your lumbar, which neither of us are super fans of. Moves the seat forward and back. We are super long-legged, so we keep it all the way back. And then automatic recline on that. All sorts of fun knobs and doodads. This does come with Bluetooth setup, which I do use. We have the Sirius XM that we use. Most dealers include a few months of that with it too. Now to the back of the van. The sun is really hitting a really bad angle, so I'm sorry if there's any glare. I will try to edit this as best as I can. You can see me in the window there. This is the one area. You can see this door is not so bad. This one, I swear that they made wider than the other van. I don't know if that's true or not, but my sweet spot that I had seems to have disappeared. One big complaint about these vans is the lack of storage space back here. Honestly, it is what it is. It's got the 120 volt here. There is one of these up in that console that I showed you, as well as a cigarette lighter outlet as well. The double seats typically do have one anchor on each of the double seats, except for this right hand one. So there's a double anchor there, and then there's a double anchor on that seat, and you can see one on the single seat as well. I don't think our other van had them on the single seat, so that is actually nice to know that there are 6 anchors in this van then for car seats. So one thing I'm going to point out here too is this space under the seat is actually really decent. So we will typically fold up our picnic blankets that the kids were getting into, and I can fold that one up and stuff it under there too. Keep the jumper cables under there. It keeps this space clear so we can put the stroller in here as well as any other items. And yeah, and then of course it's got these steps that do make it easier to climb in and out. We are a tall family, so it's not a huge issue. But I also know I've got a stowaway in here now.
Hi.
Hi. You just completely moved your car seat. You should fix that for me, please. Actually, like. So that is honestly the quickest, shortest tour that I can truly give of this. It has the leather seats. One thing I did not show is the windows over there, or that window alone. It has a latch there and one back here that flip those open, it pops out like 2 or 3 inches. Blake here came out to join me, and we just had to talk about car safety since he was trying to sneak into the van and hide, which could have been dangerous. So we had that conversation, and as a result, he also twisted his car seat around. So I'm going to get that fixed before anybody freaks out. It's a booster. It's held in by the seatbelt, so it's going to move around when he's not buckled in. I'm going to get it fixed straight. We keep a towel under all of our car seats just so it doesn't mark up the leather, because, well, for safety, you cinch them down. Obviously, his doesn't get cinched down, but we like to protect the seats since they're good. Do you have anything you want to say about the new van? What do you think of it?
Great.
It's great. Do you like this color better or the red color better?
I like the red color. I like the red color better.
You like the red one better? Why do you like that one better?
Because.
Just because? Because you're 6 and you say so?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get a haircut soon?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a little shaggy?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I love you. Should we say bye to everybody who's watching?
Bye.
I hope you guys are having a blessed day. If you have any questions about anything that I just kind of skimmed over, please feel free to leave it in the comments down below. One additional thing I'm going to say, that if you haven't watched my 2016 video, one reason we got and love the NV is because of the amount of space in the rows as well as the size of the seats themselves. Our family is not short. I can climb in the back and sit without a problem. My legs fit. Our second daughter is now officially 6 foot. She was measured at the doctor's office today. She sits in here no problem. Our oldest, who's 5'11", no problem. So height is not an issue in this vehicle. It's got enough head space as well. Again, that's not an issue. So those were really important to us. Other factors in why we like this: headrests on all of the seats. That's a lot safer in case of an accident. They are removable. We do remove them from behind the car seats so that they can install properly. We just like all the safety features on these, and the fact that it's built on a Titan frame. I mean, this thing is a truck. It's not a bus. It's not a van. Well, okay, it's not a van. Technically, the title does say bus. That's a whole other story though too. So anyhow, feel free to leave your comments and questions down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss all the videos that are coming up next. And we'll see you in the next one.